still think, because the Dodgers and the Cubs both have 42 wins, right? But we're not even literally in July yet. We're not at the All-Star break yet. There's still well over half, right, of the season left. Is that not right? About half of the season at least. We're almost at the All-Star break. When is it? I don't even know. So literally, I just think there's way too much baseball to be played the 16th and 17th of July. Now, let me tell you something. The Cubs last year did the exact same thing, right? They sucked all year, and then after the break, they killed everyone, right? And they won the division, and they went deep into the playoffs as usual, right? Fair enough. So I think that the Dodgers and the Cubs, at this point, I'm still willing to say that I believe based on talent and depth, they, along with the Nationals, still are the teams that I would be fearful of in the National League. The fact that you don't believe that the Cubs have a chance or that their window is closed, it sounds like to me you said, everybody else is better and they've already had their moment. I'm not certain that that's right or wrong. I really don't know if, time will tell if they win another one. But I definitely believe, in my view, that they are good enough with their, talent and, frankly, most of their pitching. I think they need some work in their back end, and I think that they actually need some help even at the, at the bottom half of their rotation. So I think that there's some issues, but overall, their lineup, for me, from 1 to 9 every day is still a dangerous lineup. Now you lose Chris Bryant today to the DL, that's problematic. You lose a 4-game series to the Reds? Because it was embarrassing. That was a really bad weekend in the Queen City for the Cubs. I cannot even imagine that they got beat in every single game by that crap-ass Reds team that literally was, they're 32-46 now, and that's with literally they had won all those games, and then 7 of 10, and then they lost last night in extras to the Braves. A lot of people will say, "Hey, Ferrall, do you think the Braves are good enough to go the distance?" And in some capacity or another, I would be willing to say no, they aren't. I think that they've shot their cannon too soon, if you will, with all the success that they've had. I think that they're definitely an intriguing ball club this year in Atlanta. They're fun to watch. There's no denying that. But in the end of the day, you cannot tell me that Scherzer staff and that team loaded that just got Murphy back and that has guys like, we already know their outfield, Harper, and the guys that they have in that lineup, to get Murphy back into that lineup and to have the guys that they have, the core guys on that team that have been to the playoffs every year, I still believe they're the team that's going to make a move, even though they haven't played well lately.